I'm loving my FTX RCs at the moment. Now we have got in something brand new from FTX, which is in this nice big box here. So let's open it up and see what it's all about. And here we go, boys. It is, of course, the brand new FTX Crossbow. I don't know much about this car. I know that it's similar to the Ram Raider. It's just a bit of a longer chassis, so that's going to enable us to get a bigger battery in there. I know that it's 3S, and I also know that it absolutely looks like the dog's bollocks. So let's open it up and have a look at this beauty. So a few things I'm going to do is I'm going to swap the radio over, get an XT90 in it, and we're probably going to upgrade the servo. Yeah, boys, it's a lovely looking truggy. Yeah, boys, that is a stunning looking RC. Oh yeah, boys, that is really, really nice. Diffs feel a little loose. There's definitely no oil in them. Look how free they are. That's a bit of a shame. I don't know why these brands don't put oil in their diffs. Is it so people buy more parts or what? So there we go. It's got built-in body protectors, plastic bits there, and it's got one on the back, so that's going to protect it. Got our body clips on retainers. It's always good to see. Yeah, so receiver box now looks like it's waterproof because it's a screw down unit. Let's see if it's sealed. Just going to swap the receiver over. So yeah, boys, it's now a sealed receiver box. It's got that nice rubber seal round, so no water's going to be getting in there. Yeah, guys, that's a pretty weak servo, so we're going to definitely upgrade that. So I'll get that done, and we'll come back and we'll see what a difference an EcoBoost servo makes. Yeah, boys, plenty of torque, plenty of power. And there you go, guys, all done. Looking at the electronics on this car compared to the Ram Raider, they both share the same electronics, and the Ram Raider's pretty quick. I would say it needed a little bit extra go in it, but yeah, I think the handling of this, it's really going to be, you're going to be able to open it up and it'll be a lot more stable. So what else do you get in the box? You get a lipo, so it's ready to run. You get a lipo safety bag. You get a 3,500 milliamp 2S lipo, which isn't bad at all. You also get this hobby grade transmitter. All your gubbins on there, nice, easy enough foam grip on it. Get you from A to B, get you around the park, get you bashing before you upgrade to your own gear and all that. But these ready to run radios really do the job, and they're yeah, cheap as chips, but they do what they were intended to do. Yeah, boys, awesome looking RC. To the glory shots! And here we go, boys, not a bad looking car from FTX. So yeah, I'm not going to run it with the diffs the way they are. They're obviously empty, and this car is a pig to work on. So I'd rather get oil in them diffs before we take it out. I am planning on maybe putting a motor in this. I've got a 3,700 kV motor that I'm thinking about putting in it. I forget what kV's in this. I think it's like a 2,500, but yeah, we're going to get them gearboxes open and see what kind of oil are in them diffs. And there you go, boys. We have to clear all the suspension off the front, and then this cover basically lifts off. You have to loosen this plate off as well. This plate is covering the steering mechanism, and then you can basically get your cover off. And there opens up the diff. So we'll get that opened up and see what oils are in there. We're going to put 15,000 in the front and 10,000 in the rear. So let's open up and see what it's all about. You can tell already that it's bone dry. Keep that gasket on there. Yeah, so it's just filled with grease, which is really disappointing. So yeah, doesn't help with the heat. When it's just packed with grease, oils are definitely a lot better. But yeah, just cutting corners, which is a shame really, because it seems like a decent truck this. So we're going to get all them out, clean all the grease off, and then get some oil in there. Fill it up till it's just above the cross pins that you've got in there. Wait for the oil to settle into all the grooves. Yeah, much better setup rather than having grease in there. Hopefully it'll make it perform a little bit better. And there you go guys, now it's all settled. That's about right. So yeah, get the diff put back together and put it back in the car. And there we go guys, there's the front done with that 15,000k. Should make the diffs last a little bit longer. Don't be daunted if you're taking this apart. You can actually find a manual, a PDF online that shows you where to put all the screws. So next we're going to move on to the rear. We'll get the rear out. What you've got to do with this, you basically got to take all the top off, and then there's a little cover on the gearbox and you can basically take the diff out. So I'll get the rear diff done, and then that'll be the car ready to bash, boys. And there you go guys, the back diff looks like it's got a lot more grease in it. It's very quite sticky grease, but I don't know if this kind of car would prefer to have grease in it or what, but they can definitely accept oil. So we're going to get them cleaned up and get some 10,000k put in there. And there you go guys, there's the FTX Crossbow diffs done. I've done the diffs in the Apache. We put a hotter motor in this, so I'm probably going to put a hotter motor in these other two as well. I put a 3,250 kV motor in this. I might go a little bit higher. I'll see how this is. I'm yet to done this yet, but it has got the upgraded motor in. So yeah, diffs in the FTX Ram Raider are definitely on the loose side. It's only had one run and it's already sounding a bit rough, so I'll probably get that opened up next. Maybe put a hot motor in it. These two are basically the same chassis, just this one's a little bit wider. This one seems quicker than the Apache because it's got bigger wheels on it. But yeah, these two are basically the same. I'm thinking about putting a 3,750, or is it 3,700? 3,700 kV motor in this. So that's going to be the next thing. We're going to run it first, see how we get on. I have seen running videos and it is a little bit on the slow side. So we'll see how we're going. I'm not too sure if the drive chain, them drive shafts on the front don't look the strongest. And the 3,700 kV motor is got plenty of go in it. So hopefully a 3,250 kV motor in this will be all right, boys. So yeah, bit of a pain in the ass job to do. It's a bit unfortunate that they don't come filled with oil from the factory, but everything's built to a budget. So that's it, boys. Just a quick look at the Crossbow. As always, thanks very much for tuning in.